Hello everyone, and welcome back to Crash Landing. As you can see, Ghost Spider, that's what that one was called. Clearly, they can get through the mob spawner somehow. In the last episode, God, the explosions. We set up this guy. He is a high oven, that's what they call him. He uses charcoal specifically, and a few extra ingredients that apparently do things. I'm not fully understanding it, but we chuck the stuff in there. Things tend to happen. And it will triple our ores. So we actually processed, I think it was 6 blocks of iron, blocks of iron dust, sorry. And we got back, I believe, 2 full blocks. So we actually do have a decent amount of iron. Now, sorry, every time I start these episodes, it's like I have like a shortness of breath almost. But not so much, I don't know, I have like a cough that sneaks up. But it seems to only happen at the start of the day. I wonder, any doctors in the chat? what stage of a horrific disease do I have? But anyway, we'll listen. Everything's fine. I'll live. What was I going to say? Yes, we're going to do TNT and try to get a pressure chamber set up. By the way, I think it was just raining. I was messing around with shaders, and I think because it was raining, everything looked horrific. I don't think I've seen it rain any other time, but of course when I need it not to, it was raining like crazy. But I'm gonna try to set up this guy again. So I think we just need 4 for a piece of TNT, and we'll see what happens. Because obviously, I don't know. I want to get plastic happening so that we can have the PCBs and stuff. Alrighty, we have TNT. We have all of our stuff. Over here was where we TNT'd last time. I'm thinking we do it there again, but I do think we make a few little adjustments, as in, I think I encase it in more stuff. We could probably do obsidian. Not a horrible idea, to be honest. Let's do obsidian, because then that way, we don't rip apart half of our base. Because I don't know. I mean, it sounds like a pretty good idea, and it should be relatively easy. We've got water over there. We've got a bucket of, or a tank of 16 buckets worth of obsidian. So, why not? Alright, I think 6 should be enough. What I should be able to do is this. Maybe we'll break underneath as well. That, and that. That'll be fine. We can obviously have the button there. I don't know how big the explosion will be upwards, but it should be fine. TNT will go here. The iron will drop directly on top. That way when we press it, it will fall all within the 1 block. And it should explode. Okay, so it still makes a pretty big boom. In the future, we should definitely put a roof on top of it, even though I feel like it's going to be a big explosion, sort of regardless. It's fine. It did what we wanted to do. It didn't rip a hole in the wall. That was sort of the main thing there. And we now have 26 more compressed iron ingots. We can put our luggage back on the run, and he can help us grab stuff. So, we have this compressed stuff. We have this. I think we're ready to do some more crafting. I don't fully remember what we needed. I think we needed 1 piece of glass for something. I recall glass being involved. Okay. So we have the air compressor over there. We'll probably consult the quest book. Boom, boom, boom. Under pressure. This one here. So pressure chamber window and pressure chamber valve. So we can search chamber. Pressure chamber window. Grab one of those. And pressure chamber valve. Grab one of those. I say 1. Apparently we're getting a lot of them. 4 each. I think as well, in terms of blocks, 4 pressure chamber walls. Yes. Okay, so this guy will lead into a hole in the wall, which will be the valve. This guy right here. As you can see, goes all the way through, and this guy connects into it. Perfect. Next up, we're going to place walls. I imagine we're going to need a few of these, but we'll probably end up making more. These can go around like that. I imagine we'll probably have windows hooked up like this. Do I need like there is an interface. I feel like we need a few of these. What does the quest book say? Because obviously we did what it asked. Making it work. Okay. Needed recipes. Start with a 3x3 pressure chamber. You'll need 25 pressure chamber walls or pressure chamber windows and 1 pressure chamber valve. Okay. Simply build a 3x3 cube, leaving the very center block open. The pressure chamber valve must connect to the air block in the middle. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Cool. So, We need more blocks. They're not made like this, are they? No. They're made like this, which we might have enough. They're made like that, which means I have enough to, at the very least, do the bottom here. But clearly, I think we need a lot more already. But we want to place that guy here, that guy here. We have some corner blocks. I mean, we clearly need so much more. We need so much iron. The tripling is going to be really good. I will say that. It's going to definitely be beneficial. But we're still reliant on however much iron we happen to have. I believe we've had dust constantly running this whole time. There's very rarely, I think, been no dust in there is what I was going to say. But genuinely, I don't think it's been empty all too often. I agree that it has clearly been empty, but I don't think it's been that often. Let's go ahead and get a bit more. Now, the direction we want to go for this, I think is this way. I think leading this way is towards the ship. We're going to find out pretty soon. Yeah, I think so. Alright, in terms of the iron we have, we've got some. Okay, we've definitely got enough to kick this guy up and running again. Possibly enough to do everything. I slightly doubt it, but we'll see. We'll see, because this will get us at least like 2 blocks worth, which is pretty good. Now, will it smelt a lot faster because we're a lot hotter? I think it will. This definitely looks like it's going a lot faster. So that's pretty good. I think we've got a full camel pack, so we can swap that guy out and try not to dehydrate here. In terms of charcoal, I think we have more in here. Yeah, we've got a decent amount. So we can at least keep this guy full. That's sort of our goal, is making sure this guy's constantly full of charcoal. He's not even full at the moment. If we wanted this to get hotter, I believe we just have to build it taller. We do have some stuff to do that. My problem is I don't know if it maintains the heat as we build it taller. I mean, I guess this isn't much. But, you know, we're getting there. If we wanted to, we could get there, I guess is the better thing to say. You can store that, sure. What have we got? We do have enough for 2 blocks, and it looks like we're going to have a little bit left over as well. Alrighty, 2 more blocks, so we've got 18 more. I mean, that's not going to be enough. We clearly just need more. Now, what we should be able to do is make some more... yeah, I don't know if we have enough, but we'll try. Make some more elevators. If we can go further down, then I won't have to, you know, break as many blocks. We've got... Yeah, we do have a decent amount of wool here. Got you as well. The sugar's needed quite often, so we'll make sure we're stocking up on that. Alright, so we're making some more elevators. We can make 2 more. Beautiful. And we will go a little bit further down. And we should be able to space it out pretty nicely. We do have a bucket to pick this guy up. This guy can stay at this level. I guess there's no real harm in him staying here since we know that he works there. And what we're going to do is count down until we have... We'll try 25 blocks. So we'll assume this is... maybe I'll grab 1 to assume that this is 1 block. And then we'll count down until we've got 25 and see if the elevator works there. Actually, I think it needs to go here as well. So maybe we'll go until we have 50, I guess. Alright, so this is roughly it. We'll see if this works. Nope, that's clearly not the level. We'll try 1 up, just in case it needs to be there. That doesn't work either. Alright, we'll, I'll tell you what, we'll keep going up until we find it. I don't know how we have an odd number. I swear I guess maybe it makes sense. It does appear to be 20. I had someone tell me 25, and I had I think Mariella tell me 20. Yeah, just 20. So we'll see. It might, you know, it might be 25 in newer versions because 41 means essentially 40. So I think that does add up to what we thought to the 20. So we'll go down another 20. So we'll go until we have. You know what? I'll give this guy stuff. We'll go until we have another 40. Was what I was going to say. Alright, so this should now be 40. I wonder if I can get away with putting it there. No. The answer is no. It has to be 1 block up here. There? There. Right? Yes. Okay, cool. So this is set up. Obviously, there's a horrific gap that goes all the way down there. It's sort of fine. It's sort of okay. We will probably want something. I guess we've got a lever. This is going to get a little bit messy. Essentially, I think we do that. And for a little bit, we won't get that much of a profit. We'll probably be only getting 40 blocks as we are... Oh, yeah. Also, I think we do multiple at a time. I think this will actually be really, really nice. If I just go like boom, and then I just go boom, I just go boom. I can't reach that corner one, but you get the idea. Like, this thing will be pretty crazy. This should be doing more than a stack at a time once we get past the bits that we were previously mining. We should be in luck. I mean, this is something. You are just getting my way. Yeah, so 2 ideas here. First idea was do that. Second idea was we can obviously light up... Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. We can light up that area. And then if we go up to here, I believe, we can then place some... Oh, the other guy picked up my cobble. But we can place, you know, a spot for the water to go, was what I was going to say. Yeah, if this guy moves a little bit, we can probably just place the water here. And then that's not too bad. Cool. So if I come back up to the top, it's very dangerous down there. Bring our luggage. He should visit us soon. There he is. We can try to sort our inventory, open him up, and grab out whatever dust we had collected. Alright, so once we get these set up, what are we doing? Well, we need to get our hands on plastic. Now, it's going to give us some plastic, but we also have to do a little bit more. I think what we need to do is farm seeds. Any type of pneumatic seed to get plastics. To get plastic sheets. We obviously have all these seeds, and they say you just throw them on the ground. So I say we give some a shot. We throw some on the ground and we see what we get. Now, if I search plastic, specifically, you know what? Let's search for the PCB that we're after, right? We're essentially after this guy, which needs an empty, which needs plastic, green plastic from creeper plant seeds, and compressed iron ingots. And this you get from just pressure chambering the creeper plant seeds. So, we need creeper plant seeds, right? We need more of these. We can do that with cactus green and grass seeds. The problem with this method is obviously we need a lot of grass seeds, and they're not too common. So, the alternative is that we plant them, and I guess we see what happens. So these can grow on dirt, grass, or farmland. We do have a pile of dirt over there, so I'm going to sleep. We'll walk over there. We'll throw them on the ground. We'll see what happens. Now, I'm fully expecting these to explode. They're called creeper plant seeds. But I'll tell you what. We're going to see what happens. I imagine maybe once they've grown or something. I'm not too sure. But we're going to throw them. And they're going to plant. Beautiful. So we'll pick up this guy so he doesn't, I guess, grab all these. Oh, I've missed that one. That's fine. Oh, I'm missing them all. My arm is not as good as it used to be. But we'll throw those there. They will plant. And these are now creeper plants. Sure. We can start growing them. What I might do is maybe harvest some of this just before they explode. And maybe we'll move them over here. That might be a better idea. Does the watering can work on them? It should. We've already seen a little bit of growth. That's pretty... what's the word? Confirming. Another thing we should do is, I mean, we've got a crazy amount of bones. Let's just bone meal them. Let's just see what happens. Boom, boom, boom. So it is now... Okay, I wasn't sure. Listen, it started exploding. We all heard it. I thought maybe at that point I'm meant to harvest it. So my apologies. So it is ready currently. I can't apply any more bone meal. It does an explosion. I feel like it threw the thing in that... Okay, so it's planted again. Sure. I feel like it threw a seed over here. Did we see... Yeah. Okay. So it definitely did, but I didn't pick it up. Okay. I am quite confused as to what happened. I'm thinking we might need to make like a room for it. You know what I mean? Like put some encasings on it just to sort of stop that from happening, I guess. Okay, I've clearly made a little room. So hopefully the crops won't fly out of the room. They can obviously get through that gap, but the rest of this should be nice. And does it look nice? It doesn't look bad. So we'll see what happens. What we're probably going to do is grow them from the outside. Stand outside, just in case they do. I swear I just threw some outside. I think they still got out. So some of them obviously stayed in. I think we did turn a profit by the looks of things. This guy might have even picked one up. Nope, he didn't. But yeah, we definitely turned a profit because there's one there, one there, one there, and one there. So how cool is that? It's definitely possible some flew out. I'm pretty sure I did see one. What we can do is we can do this, okay? And it pays off, right? We do this. We slap these. How do I do this? Boom and boom. Yeah, perfect. So we can go in here. I don't know if they damage you. I guess we'll stand in here and find out. But we will grow these. But as you can see, we're turning a profit. We're going to get a bunch of green plastic from this. I'll grow these ones as a last thing and then I guess just plant the rest. Because they sort of do sometimes self-replant. Like, you definitely could have one. Like, or they actually do damage if you stand on them. You could have just one in, like, one block. And what it would do is it would plant. You know what I mean? Like, it would eventually do it. So that's pretty good. I'm wondering if you could set up a tube, right? A 1x1 gap. Have them plant on, like, this side, for example. Then on the complete other side, you put an absorption hopper. And then slowly the seeds, as they plant and explode, plant all the way along the tube. I mean, listen, it might be possible. It could be something we try out at some point, maybe. But yeah, cool. So we got what? 13 more creeper plant seeds. That's going to be a good amount of plastic once that thing's up and running. In terms of that thing up and running, we've got a bit more. What I might do, I mean, it's not fun, but I might have to sit here and right-click some dust. All right, I think once we cast these 2 blocks, we should be good to go. Fingers crossed. We'll blow up the stuff. Everything's going to work wonderfully. The charcoal. Once we get plastic running, it'll be really good. The PCBs, the circuit boards, it's going to be really, really good because we'll be able to automate a lot of these tedious things. For example, I'm pretty sure we can automate the harvesting of this stuff. We can automate the putting of charcoal in here just to make sure that, you know, that's constantly hot. That's going to be beneficial. We can make more autonomous activators, which can do either faster processing of the dust we have, or even processing more dust, or gravel, for example. All of that becomes available the second we get printed circuit boards up and running. The problem is, I still think they're pretty far away, even though we're sort of close to at least getting the chamber running. But I think some of the quest rewards are going to help us a little bit. So, you are going to be picked up. You're going to go there. You are going to go there. And then we're going to ignite you. And I guess if we wanted to, I could... Oh, I was going to say I could put a block on top. Yeah, because that did actually break in. Look, I didn't think it would. But I definitely should have assumed it would. Okay. Well, we have a bit... Listen, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. We'll patch that up. We'll just do a little bit of that. Yeah. Alright, but regardless, we've got some stuff now, so that's good. It's always nice to have some stuff and things. Make sure we light up this new area that we've uncovered. That all looks good. That looks good. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully we have enough to fill this guy up. So we will do this, and we'll try just 8. Although, I mean, we clearly need a little bit more than 8. Sadly. Boom, boom. Okay. Let's just get this thing done. I feel like we need an interface, I'll be honest, but this thing is claiming that we don't. Like, it reckons that this is it, made. I guess it is. Problems. No valid items in the chamber. Insert valid items into the chamber. Pressure chamber status. Inside 1x1. Click on the pressure gauge to view the recipes of this machine. We have the pressure values and stuff. Okay. But how do I put items in? Is sort of my question here. We'll consult the book. We'll see what the book has to say about this. See, it wants us to make a plastic. I don't know. 3x3, 1 pressure chamber valve. You're telling me that I don't need a chamber interface? This guy here. Cannon barrel. What's this stuff? Plastic. I guess it needs plastic to make it, so it wouldn't make sense to have the ability to make that, right? Because obviously we can't make it if we don't have a pressure chamber. So yeah, sure, this should work. This should work. And so all I need to do is figure out how to get items in there. Yeah. How do I do that? Insert valid items into the chamber. This is an upgrade slot. This isn't an interface. I reckon we try with piping stuff in. I reckon that's probably going to be our best bet. So we'll make some transfer nodes. We'll do all that fun stuff. We'll get our hands on some redstone or some ender pearls. Whatever's easier. We do have a lot of redstone, so we'll probably just keep using redstone. We don't have much stone, so maybe I'll put in some stone. Alright, so I should be able to make this. I will need a chest, which I sort of forgot about, to be honest. But we should be able to do that. Chest. Boom. No? Oh, I need a block. And we don't have the inventory for this, so we'll drop that on the ground. Boom. Awesome. Cool. And we'll get our luggage running as well. So... I'm not too sure what's going to happen here. I'm going to place a block like cobble here. I'm going to place an interface there. Or the transfer node, sorry. And look, it doesn't connect. Is there a book? Is there a new Minecraft book? It's possible that it needs to be a wall block. That's definitely possible. Am I not able to mine this stuff? Do I have a modifier on this guy? No, I don't have an extra modifier. Because I was going to just put like a diamond on it or something to speed that up. Can we maybe wrench you? I'm not gonna lie. What you're seeing here is pretty dumb. I'm just trying to level up my pickaxe. That's all I'm gonna try and do here. Is level up my pickaxe so that I can potentially upgrade him to make him be able to mine better blocks. I just need to mine about 100 blocks. So I'm just currently placing them. Oh, one more block. I stopped it just on time. You ready? Boom. Okay, so we got extra haste. And oh, that's actually it. We didn't actually get a free modifier slot. Okay. Well, in that case, well, first of all, it's not noticeably faster. I'll definitely say that. But what I was going to do was see if there was a way to figure out how to make them have more modifiers. This thing, I think, is just giving us a bunch of recipes, right? Yeah. There's some good recipes there, but it's not what we're after. We want something about modifiers. I feel like it's going to be in the steelworking one that we just put away. Yeah, there's modifiers allegedly on the last page. A lot of this stuff is modifiers, like, I guess using this stuff, I think. Maybe these are alloys. Past the tank. Okay, here's a modifier. This thing will pull in items. Put a hopper and an ender pearl on there, and it will bring items towards me. That is allegedly the only modifier. Awesome. Cool. In the past, what you could do, I'm just trying to see if there's like anything here that helps my case. Not really. You could use, well, I say in the past, I mean in the future, you'd be able to put like a zombie head on there, for example, and it would give you an extra modifier. You'd be able to put like, obviously in the future, like, I can't even think of the word, nether stars and stuff, right? So the question is, what could we do here? I happen to know that or at least I think, that you can add paper. If it lets you use paper as a tool, you'd be able to use that for a part, right? So, let's give this a shot. I have a feeling none of this is going to work, but it's worth a try. Does that work? Is it going to let me build anything? Paper? It is showing that it is it's a thing, right? It's showing like, okay, yeah, it does stuff. It doesn't necessarily say that it does anything special. I can try making a stencil real quick. And specifically making a tool rod pattern. Will, let me make a paper tool rod? No. Okay, so, that's just useless. Okay. Well, what am I meant to do here? Actually, you know what? We do have, of course it's not in here, we have a tool rod that we got from a quest, a bronze handle. We can chuck it on, I guess. There are actually some other things I want to do instead. We might just make a new tool altogether. But I think I can replace the part. Parts can be replaced. But can they? How would I replace the part? Okay, well, I'm not sure. Regardless, though, I think what I'm just going to do... And by the way, it's possible that this pickaxe will just work as it is. But what I'm going to do is try to make ourselves... what's the word I'm looking for? A cast. We're going to put our own stuff in here. I might be talking in riddles a little bit at the moment. I'm sort of losing my train of thought as we're talking here. But I know what we're trying to do. We're going to make a tool. The tool is going to be better. And hopefully that'll be a little bit more reliable at mining some of these stronger blocks. So to do that, we need to make a cast. Now, at the moment, I think I can just right-click you, maybe. I think I'm meant to be able to. Probably with an empty hand that, of course, we just don't have. Okay, the answer is no, I can't do that, apparently. I'm going to do this. That way I can disconnect the pipe if I want to, right? I guess you have to use a wrench. Yeah. So, I mean, cool. Whatever. Okay, so to make a cast, we need to put something in there. I believe it's a little bit of gold. We can grab multiple gold if we want. We'll quickly sprint over here, because why not? Yeah, we've got plenty of gold. We'll go in here, make ourselves some blocks of it, and that'll be good to go. We'll sprint back. Oh, if I can. Fingers crossed that we can still sprint. And we'll put one in for now. One should be fine. This should allow us to get one cast, I would imagine. We can probably look it up. A pickaxe head cast, material cost is 1. Yeah, it's actually only going to need 1 ingot's worth. So we will have an extra ingot, but that'll be fine. Now, in terms of the tool that we're going to use, or I guess the material we're going to use for the tool, good question. I don't know. What do we want? We could do bronze. Bronze is pretty good. If I go pickaxe head, we can see all the options here, right? There's pig iron. And another thing we can see is the actual mining level, right? So if we go bronze, it does have a mining level of diamond. If we were to have like aluminite, right? How do we get our hands on this? Obsidian, iron, and aluminum. This would actually be even better. It has a mining level of ardite. It's simply better. This isn't a bad idea. If we have aluminum, which I think we do. We might not have any made, but I believe we've got a bunch in here. So it's definitely something we can do. And I'll be honest, we're probably going to do it. So I'll grab that out in preparation. We'll grab out some of this iron as well. Probably that much, right? Because that'll be perfect. Yep. So far, that's probably what we're going to go for. I'll look through to see if there's anything better. We could just do obsidian. But it does actually have a really low durability, especially compared to this one over here. So we probably will just go for the alumite. The alumite looks pretty good at the moment. The rest of these, manuline would be good. The problem is for cobalt, we need to get that guy from... where do you get it? There's like a dust you can get. Cobalt dust from cobalt. Let me just search it. Cobalt's pieces and whatnot you get from sifting netherrack. And so we'd have to set up like a netherrack thing, and then I mean it's a whole process, right? So instead, there's obviously manuline as well. Manuline is the best. It's an ally of I think ardite and cobalt. Yep, those two together. Of course, that means there's ardite. To get our hands on ardite, how do we do that? Ardite pieces, we're getting this from sifting soul sand. So you sift both, you get some stuff. What else is there? Steel looked pretty good. That was a diamond level, so not too crazy. And honestly, it looks like that's pretty much it. Okay, yeah, sure. So I'll go for the alumite. So what this is going to be, obviously it's an alloy. What do you reckon? 2 obsidian, 2 iron, a lot of this. How does that work out? Let me do a little bit of math here. Calculator, 720 divided by 144, because that's how much an ingot is. 5. So it'll be 5 aluminum for 2 iron. Sure, we can make that happen. And then of course obsidian, which we can obviously make a little bit more of. You know, I also do see that this is actually sort of the wrong way. We kind of need this like to not be exactly where it is. Let me go ahead and dust this up like so. I mean, we need a slab there, don't we? Right? Alright, but what I was going to say is if we pick this guy up, and place him, you know, here, then he'll actually fill up. Because he wasn't filling up before. But we've got obsidian. We've obviously got... We have... I think we just made an empty plate, didn't we? Yeah, because this guy. Okay, hold on. All right, one second. We need the faucet. Listen, it's messier than it should have been. I agree, but we're getting stuff done. It'll be fine. So we're gonna switch to a faucet so we have more control over what we're doing. We can start chucking the stuff in. In the future, some of these alloy together, as in obsidian, not obsidian, sorry, but I think copper and gold, or maybe iron and gold combined for like rose gold. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time. We'll combine this aluminum together. So it is going to be a 5-to-2 ratio, right? So if I have 2 of these, I have 5 of these, right? Which means if I have 4 of these, I have 10 of these. And so that should work perfectly. So we'll chuck all of those in. They'll obviously take a little bit to smelt up, but it should be good. The gold is ready, so I'm going to place my stone pickaxe head on the casting table and pour out that gold. It'll obviously pour it out. It actually did use 2 ingots worth, I believe, because we obviously put 1 dust in. And we get to keep that pickaxe head. You don't in the future. Normally that one disappears. But we also get the pickaxe head cast, which we can obviously place there, and he's ready to go. So we just need to now wait for the alloying to happen. So we might actually see a bit of it. I don't think everything will alloy, because obviously we've got like millibuckets worth, like not perfect ratio just yet. We've got some aluminum in there. We'll chuck some of the rest in. I guess the aluminum has a lower heating temperature. We have some obsidian in there, 2 ingots worth. So that's actually, I think, the right amount that we want. And that's only from 1 block, obviously. The iron's about to get in there. And then we should see maybe a bit of mixing. Yeah, we do have 3 ingots worth of alumite, which I'll be honest is probably enough. The ratio here, I'm just trying to see. There doesn't appear to be any obsidian, whereas I think we do want a little bit more. Because we're doing 2 recipes worth. Yeah, so that'll be good. Once that all heats up, I think we're good. In the meantime, though, I think we can actually cast this alumite, which is on the bottom. So it should actually cast. There it is. I think that's perfect. There it is. The finished product. Alumite pickaxe head. How cool is that? So next up would be like the binding and stuff. What do we want to use for the binding? We can search it up, and we can obviously see all the different parts here. They all sort of just say can be replaced. We're not really getting much information out of it. Some of these tough bindings we can see information for. Although they're not the same, we can obviously tell what's good and what isn't. So like, if we look at alumite, that speed and durability is, compared to the rest of these just at a quick glance, is honestly pretty good. In terms of everything, in terms of the speed. Obviously, cobalt over here, ardite, and manulin are really good, but we obviously don't have our hands on that. Slime is pretty tough, but honestly, the alumite looks pretty good, so we'll probably do that as well. Alrighty, so while we're in here, we're going to make ourselves a stone binding as well. Beautiful. We'll put that paper in there for safekeeping. The tool handle, we might do it as well. I'm not sure. Usually wood is sort of just the safest bet. It gets the job done. In terms of gold, we might just place in 2 ingots manually. Just let them smelt up. It should be fine. We've got some iron left in, some aluminum. We've actually, because it doubles, right? So we actually need 4 obsidian total. That does add up. Sorry, I was a little bit confused as to what happened there. That adds up perfectly. So we do want 2 more obsidian in there. In terms of the handle, we might as well look at it now. The tool rod. Yeah, iron tool rod. So here we go. The handle modifier, higher is, I believe, better. So obviously flint is worse than iron, I guess. So first things first, alumite is 1.3, so it's the same as iron. So take that as you will. Steel, slime's really good. We might try our hands at slime. Now in the newer versions, I think you put dust in witch water, or actually maybe it might be a mushroom. So let's see if that's a thing. If I put a mushroom in this witch water, no, it's not giving us any slime. So I'm not too sure. We can try dust. Obviously, sand gives us soul sand. That's not working either. I might have to Google it because I'm not too sure. Can't sleep outside while it's raining. Sure, of course that's a thing. Oh, okay. Few things. So I Googled it, right? We have slime plants, right? so we can probably do it that way. The other way, that's also cocoa and grass seed. So that's easily done. The other method was where was it? I'm trying to think. Wait, no, I can look at it again. Milk. We can add milk. So we'd obviously need a cow for that. I'm not too sure how we get our hands on that, but it's a thing apparently. All right. So anyway, we'll try to plant this. The slime seeds. We'll see what we get. Obviously, we've still got some evil villains up there that we'll have to watch out for. The creeper plants are going pretty nice. We'll put the slime in. So one there and one there. Wait for that to grow. There we go, or at least plant. Sorry. Yep, we've got some bones. Perfect. I'm not too sure. I think it will spawn a mob. That's my guess. So yeah. Oh, yep. There we. Oh, we just died. We genuinely just died. Oh, hey, listen. That was pretty clutch. So if you do this at your base, that is very risky for a number of reasons. One is it could genuinely like spawn camp you, which is clearly not a fun time. By them being in here though, we can actually see through the gap a little bit and we can actually swing at them, albeit not often. A little bit. Are they glitching through the wall? Is that what they're actually doing here? Because the blocks do connect perfectly. There isn't. Although there's like visual gaps, there's not meant to be gaps. I don't think I'm meant to be able to hit the slime. Although they are small or too big, sorry. So actually, no, that doesn't work either. I do believe if we break these corners, we can then see them. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay, well, hey, this is how you get your hands on some slime. Honestly, it works pretty well, but it is, of course, quite dangerous. By the looks of things. Cool. We'll rebuild this fence. Keep them locked in there. But yeah, now we've got slime. So yeah, we want to make a slime handle. That honestly has an amazing little ratio there. So we'll go in here. The tool rod, I believe we've got there. Chuck this guy in here. I guess we'll switch those over. Slime balls. Not working. It does say it can use slime. It's possible it needs to be a congealed slime block that we put in. Nope, that's not working either. Kind of not good, I'll be honest. Okay, let's search slime tool rod. It doesn't have a recipe for it. Slime rod. It's clearly, I mean, it's clearly not quite doing it, is it? You know what? It's a slime crystal that we need. It's this thing. I bet you that's what counts as the slime. So we can sift slimy mud, or you can smelt slimy mud. Slimy mud you get with slime balls, sand, and dirt. Beautiful. Okay, I was like, there must be a way to do it. So we obviously need sand. We need dirt, right? I'm trying to think of what it's called. Shouldn't it show up here? Slimy mud? Like, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, slimy. Oh, because I've got the Y there. So dirt and sand is all we need. So we're going to grab one piece of cobble that we're going to hammer down. Alrighty, so we can obviously go in here and make ourselves a slimy mud. We'll go ahead and smelt it up. We could sift it, but who's got time for that? Alrighty, so we've got a slime crystal. Hopefully it's enough for a tool rod. It should be. I'm pretty confident it will be. Yep. Slime tool handle, perfect. So we have the handle, we have the alumite pickaxe head. I believe we have a tool binding over here that's waiting to be casted with some gold. Yep, there's the tool binding. Gold is at the top, so if we left click it, it'll go to the bottom, I believe. Then we right click there. I say I believe because I kind of hit left click and right click at the same time, so I'm not too sure which one it was. Tool binding thing there. We have 11 alumite. Let's go ahead and cast this binding. We can make a pretty good sword with this stuff as well, I would imagine. But of course, we are making a pretty good pickaxe at the moment. So yeah, I mean, listen, pretty cheap. Honestly, pretty good. So we go in here, pickaxe. I believe we do this, then the handle, then that. And we have a reinforced 2, Ardite level alumite pickaxe. Pretty good durability, a pretty high mining speed of 8. This thing should be quite amazing. Let's go ahead and chuck the old pickaxe away. No modifier at the moment. We might get one as we level this guy up. But first things first. That's clearly faster. That's pretty good. I'll clean up this mess that we made with the previous pickaxe. And then finally, let's see if we can actually pick up this thing. Hey, listen. There we go. That was obviously a lot faster. Let's place this guy here. So I still don't fully understand what's going on here. Because, I mean, he's not connecting, right? So I don't know how to get stuff in. Oh, it actually does say it here. You break it and you toss in the block. There's a better way to doing it. Okay, so eventually we'll make that interface. I think that's what it's telling me. So to begin with, we do it the old-fashioned way. In the future, we'll get our hands on this interface. So we could attempt to make one. We would need, obviously, a lot of compressed iron, which, you know. And we'd also need some rain plant seeds to make a bunch of these plastics. Cool. Okay, yeah, I sort of respect it. I understand it at the very least. Apologies for missing the mark on that for quite a while there. Alright, let's grab these creeper plant seeds. We'll go ahead and chuck those in. We'll obviously get this guy up and running too. We should be good. Let's make a little bit of a staircase here. Alright, so we do have to break the block, so it is good that we made that pickaxe. That wasn't a waste. We're going to chuck in the creeper seeds, like so. And then we're going to go ahead and place our chamber wall before this guy goes in there and eats them up. So we can see they're still in there. There they are. Now we need pressure, so I'm going to go ahead and chuck some charcoal in here. This guy is going to start building up pressure. Obviously, it's making some air. And this guy should also start receiving some pressure as well. Yep, the air is going up. So it's filling it up with air, which will obviously increase the pressure, which should compress this stuff. Now, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. So we're making plastic sheets. We're making these green ones. It needs a pressure of, looks like 0.5. So I'm pretty sure we can get there. That looks doable. So we just need to wait. In fact, we're getting there. Yeah, we're at 0.3. So we're not too far off. So it should magically happen. All right, this is 0.4. Oh, as you can see, there's actually some like particles happening. We should hopefully see some plastic being created. There's some explosions happening in the distance. It sounds like plastic. Look at that, and it's all transforming bit by bit. We put 16 bits in there, so there's a lot to do. And there we go. That's it. I'll take the charcoal back out. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. We'll push this guy off the edge, maybe. So that, oh no, he wants to pick this stuff up. All right, go on, pick up all that. You got it all. All right. In that case, I will wall it off. And we will pressure cook our little mimic there, or whatever he's called, luggage. He'll teleport out. Here we go. Cool. Plastic, chamber wall, awesome. So that is now that quest complete, sort of. We'll manual detect, awesome, and we can get a reward. We can get speed upgrades, we can get squid upgrades, or we can get more plastic. Now the plastic, easy to get. The squid seeds, we might not actually have them. No, we don't. If we want squid seeds, I need to spell the word right, but it will be ink sac plus grass seeds. Now, ink sacs, we don't really have a way to get, so I'll be honest, I think we want the squid seeds. I'm just going to take them. The machine upgrades speed. Lapis, potions of swiftness. It's annoying, but I mean, it's not that difficult to get, to be honest. Squid seeds, boom. Easy. Easy purchase. Squid seeds go there. Wonderful. Okay, so also, I should probably actually make a proper waypoint. New waypoint, home, turn it off enabled so that it's there, but we'll have to toggle it to see it all the time. Okay, what's the next quest? Oh, we also got a bunch of servos, so we can do some more movement and whatnot, which will be good. But we've also got some more stuff open. So, this is... We're good? I think we're good. This is a repeatable quest. Its cooldown is 4 days. Once you complete it, and you will get a PCB blueprint. Cool. We need to give it plastic emerald, etching acid, and a compressed iron. If you somehow lose your blueprint, this quest can be repeated. Sure. Okay. We can do that. We can do that. Plastic emerald, etching acid bucket. Etching acid bucket is going to be gunpowder, rotten flesh, plastic, spider eye, and water bucket in here with a pressure of 1. Doable, but what a messy recipe that is. Okay, so let's start off by clearing up this inventory a little bit. Okay, so we need 2 of each of these things. So 2 of these, 2 of these, and we do need 2 spider eyes, which I imagine are over here in this beautiful mob grinder we have. Which, I mean, it's still working pretty well. But yeah, look, we're building up a lot of stuff. So it's going very nice. Spider eyes, though, we don't actually have. Very odd. We might have some in our bag. Because they are a food. Yes, we do have 2, but we don't have a lot. And this thing, I mean, it's getting us string, but I guess it's not getting us spider eyes. That's very odd to me, but I mean, it's fine. I don't know why that creeper's not taking damage. Alright, but regardless, we clearly have the stuff for at least one of these. We will need a water bucket and then obviously 2 plastic as well. That is, of course, easily done. Alright, so all of these need to go in here, and of course we'll need to make some pressure. That should be fine. We'll hopefully pick this block up. God, what an annoying setup. It's fine. I don't want to leave it in there for whatever reason, but it's fine. Okay, so we've got this stuff, so I am going to drop them by holding Control and pressing Q. So all of that stuff goes in there, and then we will cover it back up, and we will put the charcoal back in, get the pressure built up again, because obviously when we open it, it lets out all the air. There's no real point leaving it on, as far as I'm concerned, at least at the moment. So that should be good. Yeah. So if we want, oh God. If we want more compressed iron, can we get it guaranteed now through the pressure chamber? Yeah, 1-to-1 ratio. So we can do it now. This is obviously going to get us a lot more. If we want to. Obviously, it takes a lot of pressure, so it will... I mean, it's not as straightforward, I guess. But I mean, it'll get the job done. And we could obviously place multiple of these, build up the pressure pretty quickly. These machines can explode. They do have a max limit, I believe. At least in the new versions, they do. So I guess just keep an eye on that. Obviously, if it gets into the red, so beyond a pressure of 5, they can explode. Both this thing and this thing. So keep it low. There are some safety modules you can get them or not. Obviously, there's the pressure gauge. But yeah. So this thing, I believe, just needs a pressure of 1. So it's getting there. All right, so if the volume is 17,000, then we need double that, I believe. So when this gets to 34,000, that should be exactly what we want. So it's obviously at 33. Stuff's moving around. It's about halfway there, so we'll watch, and in a few seconds, we should actually get what we want. Yep, there we go. Etching acid, cool. So I guess I'll take this charcoal back out. We don't want to waste it, at least before we get stuff automated to some extent. So we'll open this guy up again. He'll make a very big mess. I mean, we'll try to keep stuff in there, but like opening that for a few seconds, it's pretty much empty. I mean, it's quite embarrassing. And we obviously have to open it again to put stuff in later, so whatever. Okay, but we have the etching acid bucket. So if we then consult this quest book, what are we looking at again? Etching acid bucket, a compressed iron, an emerald, and a plastic. We can do that. Compressed iron, we actually do have 1 spare. That's very lucky. We have the plastic, of course, and then we needed whatever the other thing was that I've forgotten. An emerald. Awesome. We do have an emerald in here. We have, I think, a few more over there as well. Manual submit. Claim the reward. We get the bucket back, thankfully, and we get a PCB blueprint. This guy can make a UV light box with a pressure tube, some lamps. So we'll need more stuff for that, thankfully. Wonderful. But that's him done. Simply toss a compressed iron and a piece of green plastic into the pressure chamber. That'll get us a PCB, an empty PCB. Cool. And we actually do get some goodies from this. Plastic seeds. Sure. Losing... Hold on. I think it's just talking about all the different seeds you can get. Losing air, breaking block every time makes you lose air. Making this pressure chamber is what we want. Yeah, but we need a bunch of iron for that. And I know we're getting there, but like... I mean, I've left this thing on, and what are we looking at? Are we out of dust? We're not even. And yet, we're still, you know... We don't have that much to show for it. I'll tell you what, we'll chuck it in here, and we actually will process it. You know, we'll do the 1-to-1 ratio. So we'll chuck this stuff in, make sure that guy's topped up, and we'll cast everything, and we'll put it in the pressure chamber to get our good stuff. I think it's worth it. It'll be fine. We need to eat some food. So yeah, in regards to this episode, we pretty much are at wrapping up point. Is there anything I want to do before we wrap up? Do we want to get our hands on a pressure chamber? It's going to be rough to get. I think we can do it. Can we do a quick math on how we do it? We need 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How much is that? Another 6. So we need 10 plus 12. We need 22. I think we need 22. Plus, we actually need, these need to be safety tubes. So 22. Okay. If we're far above 22, we're good. The problem is this is only going to get us about like, what, 18 worth. So in terms of iron, we don't have enough. We do not have enough, sadly. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we'll wrap it up here. And next episode, we'll probably have some fun fully setting up this guy, making him a little bit better. But in the meantime, we've done some stuff. We're getting there. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this episode, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.